Well, the infamous Jay Moore, you're back on the air. How you
Yes,
doing?
I'm here. Is my
You're
microphone on?
no, I don't have the microphone.
All right.
There
Back
you
to
go.
starting an unprofessional show. Yes.
No, you're on.
Sabotaged once
You
again.
were talking so much before we went on the air. I didn't have a chance to get everything set up
That's
on the
okay,
board.
Pat.
here,
No one's yelling at you. It's fine. It's totally fine.
All right, well, here we are. Infamous Jay Moore and Pat Porter. This show belongs to both of us, so we just kind of switch around on it.
Yeah, that's it. We
One
just
day it's
switch
Pat
around.
and Jay, the next day Jay and Pat.
It doesn't really matter. I don't think the listeners really care what's going on as far as whose show it is. It's our show. It's it's the listener's show. How about that?
You got it.
That's
Yeah.
it. It's the listener's show.
Yeah. So what do we got going on today?
Today we're going to talk to Biff Naked, who has a big show coming up at Sobe Stadium. It's Big Shiny Tunes Saturday, and this is going to be happening July 6th in Toronto at the Bowl, it's called, at Sobe Stadium.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
I'm not exactly sure. I haven't heard of Sobe Stadium before.
It's probably one of the ones that we've known forever that they just buy a new name change because they have a different sponsor.
Yes,
Like the
yes.
Budweiser stage, becomes this and then becomes that.
Yes.
The Sony stage, and
That's
so-
right. And this is going to be exciting, featuring performances by the Tea Party, the Headstones, I Mother Earth, Biff Naked, Treble Charger, and it's Big Shiny Tune Saturday, which means it's kind of like a throwback to the old Much Music days. And if you remember their albums that used to come out, Big Shiny Tunes.
Yeah.
So, and all of these performers were featured on those
Those were on vinyl,
CDs. I would say
Yeah.
CDs.
And CDs too,
Cassette
yeah.
tape as well.
cassette. Yeah.
So, I mean, it'll be fun to talk to Biff about, some of the days back in the day when things were hot in the 90s with Much Music and all of these bands who all still tour today and
Yeah.
are still going today. So it should be exciting, Pat.
Should be. Biff Naked, it looks pretty good. I know I posted some pictures of her today when I was promoting the show coming
Yes.
up. And, she's been around a long time, but she looks really good for, the time
Oh,
she's put into
absolutely.
her career.
I've always been a big fan of Biff Naked. I mean, I think she's one of the best. One of the best. As far as someone is a female front person,
Yeah.
and like the name of her own band would be Biff Naked. Mm-hmm. What do you call that? Just Biff Naked and the band, I guess.
Biff's Naked Band.
I don't know, but it just seems like, hey, this is a woman that to me kind of broke ground in the '90s because there was a time where there wasn't very many female performers
Yeah, right.
that played the music that she played and wrote the music that she wrote, and she's had a number. She started out in different bands, I think, out west and everything, and I don't know. I always go back to this, Pat, especially with the performers that we interview a lot with the music that have come from that era of Much Music. It's a fascinating era to me, and it was just a different way of doing business. And Biff was part of that in a huge, huge way. And it's going to be good.
We're going to
It's
talk
going to be good.
You had her on about a year ago, I
Yeah,
think, eh?
about a year ago.
Yeah, and she came in the studio.
She did not. She was on the phone, but she was performing at the warehouse at the time.
Because
And
I
we
saw
were-
a picture of you with your arm around her.
Oh, we went down to the warehouse show.
Okay.
Yes, we went
That's
down.
when it was done.
We went down to the warehouse show and got pictures with her and her little dog.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, okay. 'Cause I saw the picture and I thought, what's Jay doing, without me down there?
No.
I didn't get to put my arm around Biff Naked, but you did. What's the deal?
Back in the day, that was the local show I did, Hitting the 12, and that was the local event happening at the warehouse.
That's right,
and
yeah.
maybe this time, Pat Porter, we will do the Sobe Stadium in
That's
the
right.
bowl.
Yeah,
maybe
well,
maybe we will. Yeah.
Yeah. Tell you what, Jay, before we start, we got some music from Biff Naked as
Okay.
well. Why don't we just give a quick rundown of our sponsors? We'll just be real fast on this.
Okay.
We won't take a lot of time, just to mention them briefly. This is, of course, Six Pack Recruiting Sports, helping your girls move their volleyball career to the next level. You get in touch with Dale Ann Melnick at sixpackrecruitingsports.com, and she'll tell you all you need to know. Also, Hair Court is in the Fairview Mall and also in Bracebridge. Now, this is a place that will look after your looks, makeup services, hair, spa services, all kinds of things that you're looking to do, to make yourself more presentable. HQ Studio in Fairview Mall, St. Catharines, Hair Quarters, hair extensions. Check that out as well. Just Google that and stop in as well and check it out. Herndon Estate Winery. Now, we could talk about all the different events that are coming up, but
Sure thing.
We'll talk about the first one, June 8th, opening weekend, free concert, free afternoon concert. Bring your blanket, your chair, Lots of seating is available, but sit back and enjoy some Hernder wine and watch Sky Loco entertain. They've got a new album coming out as well. So Hernder.com for all the information. Gypsy Blues Review at Club Belvedere, July 13th. And this is a great show with J.P. Soares and Ann Harris. I had a chance to talk to J.P. on the weekend. And, wow, I'll tell you, the guy is a blues man for sure.
Yeah.
That's Club Belvedere. Get your tickets for July 13th. Gypsy Blues Review. Sam Lasco is going to be down at Sessions on the River on the 8th of June. You and I are going to be down there as well with Sam. He's one of the Trailer Park Boys, the caveman, the veterinarian. So he's going to be down there fooling around on stage. And some comics as well are going to be down there trying to be funny. And we're going to get on the stage and actually be funny. So, yeah, that's the 8th of June. I think we got everybody pretty well covered off. Don't forget about Blues on the Battlefield over Canada Day weekend.
That's right.
This morning I had a chance to talk to Mayor Terry Ugolini of Thorold. We covered all the events, and that's going to be posted tonight, a little bit later on tonight.
Right on.
You'll have a chance to listen to that podcast as well.
Yeah.
On YouTube and 4680q.ca as well. So that and... well, I guess that's about it.
Yeah, you whip through those sponsors faster than faster than anything.
I could do 20 minutes on each one of them.
You're a professional, that's for sure.
Well, we're happy that they think enough to support us and to keep the show on the air.
Yeah, a lot of very much support from our sponsors. I'm very proud of each and every one of them.
Yeah,
so thank you to the sponsors here.
All right, you're partially feeding Jay Moore through his month.
I gotta eat. So, yeah, it's getting tough out there.
So you passed me a little note here. What do you got? A phone number?
Yes.
Okay, I'm supposed to call Biff Naked. What time am I going to call Biff Naked?
I said 8:20, so you can play some music or something.
Well, we got some Biff Naked music here that you programmed early this morning.
I really did.
Yeah, and we got her new music, and we've got some older ones. So why don't we start off with something a little bit older?
Sure.
All right, something called Nothing Else Matters.
Yeah.
This is Biff Naked here.
A Metallica cover, Pat Porter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's hear it at 4680q.ca. I think. Push the wrong button there. There we go. Push the right button. There we go. Here we are. Biff Naked. Nothing Else Matters.
Forever trusting who we are.
from the album Super Beautiful Monster. Biff Naked and Nothing Else Matters. I got Biff on the phone, infamous Jay Moore. How you doing, Biff?
I'm doing better now that I'm talking to you.
Pat Porter with you, and Jay Moore sitting across from me. Jay apparently met you down at the warehouse in St. Catharines about a year ago, I guess. And
yeah, we had a great time down at the warehouse. It was a sold-out show, Pat Porter, and I've seen Biff a couple times at the Sanctuary as well. I think it was an acoustic show you were doing. But when you came out to the warehouse a year ago in St. Catharines, wow, did that blast. It was just like the good old days of Biff Naked with the band going and in your face, solid music.
Thank you. Yeah, that was wild. It was a great venue. I love that place, and we love St. Catharines. It's been, I don't know, it's funny. It's been a long time since I've been playing all across the country, but we hadn't been to St. Catharines in quite some time. So it was like, very nostalgic for me. All these shows always are.
Yeah, and like you say, I love that venue as well because it's kind of like almost like a Lee's Palace, I would say, in Toronto, where it's just standing room only. Everyone's having a great time. You're right at the stage with the band, and I think you brought your little dog, Grace, if I remember. Was it Grace?
Yes, it is Grace.
Yes.
Yeah, she's just a wonderful little. I don't know how to describe. I always say she's a wonderful little girl. She's my dog daughter.
Yeah.
A lot of us who have pets, she's my fourth generation, I guess, now of dogs.
Wow.
She was rehomed to me. I've never had a Yorkie before. Man, what a blessing this dog is. She's small enough to go with me to do, visits in the hospital and do volunteering, and so it's just been a riot. And she's a tour dog.
I love that.
She goes everywhere. She can fit on a motorcycle, in an airplane, anything.
Does she have a bow in her behind her ear, Biff, at all? Dress her up?
No bow behind her ear. But, she's a riot. You'll have to meet her next time.
Yeah, little Grace, the Yorkie. I had a Yorkie. A great little dog. They're great dogs.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Jay's got a dog that bites everybody, so.
Yeah, I got a bulldog about a month ago. And I wish...
very nice.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a... I didn't expect it. This is my first time having a dog, and I was like... because everyone said, a bulldog maybe not quite the one you want to get for the first time. But in a way, like how I like with you and Grace is the fact that you could tour and take her somewhere. Like, I can't do that with this bulldog. So it's like, I got dog problems here.
Aw. Well, they say there's no bad days, there's no bad dogs.
There really is no bad dogs. Just a great way to put it, Biff Naked. Great way to put it. But we were talking about the warehouse and a throwback in my mind, but this is another throwback that we're going to be doing, the Big Shiny Saturday, and I was pumped to talk to you about this. Coming up July 6th at the Bowl at Sobe Stadium in Toronto. And what I love about this, Big Shiny Saturday, of course, I feel like it's a throwback to Big Shiny Tunes, the old albums in the days. Tea Party's going to be there. Headstones are going to be there. You're going to be there. I Mother Earth and Treble Charger. How you feeling about this, Biff?
Oh, man, I am so excited. Like, for one thing, I'm a fan.
Yes.
I'm a fan first. I love all these bands. And I've been touring on and off with these bands and playing festivals with these guys, since I was a kid. I think the first time I played with the Tea Party, even the Headstones, man, my band Chrome Dog played with the Headstones. Yeah, I played with the Headstones at the Town Pump in, I'm going to say 90, I don't know, like the mid-90s. And Edgefest found me playing with the Tea Party. And I think it was Green Day. And that would have been like 90, I don't know, 96, 95, 97. I can't remember, but it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And, so, I grew up with these guys. And I'm still a fan. And they're still as magical,
of course,
as ever. And so for me to be on the bill, and I always really take a lot of pride in being the only female on a bill.
Of course.
That's something that means a lot to me. I take I take it as a huge responsibility. I have always taken it as a big responsibility. I still do. And so for me, it's a big deal, and I feel really excited about the gig. I wish it was touring nationally.
Oh, that would be amazing. That would absolutely be amazing.
Next year. Maybe next year.
No, I think it might happen. I mean, and that was my question. If you were friends with these guys, if you did perform with these guys, because I would have figured you would, because it's kind of the era of the 90s. I'm going to call it the Much Music era for the sake of it being Big Shiny Saturday. But you made an interesting point of you being the only female on the bill. I mean, when you rewind to those days, the Much Music days, you were kind of like, was it harder because I think you were pretty much the only female, really. There hasn't been much out there back in the 90s. Was that hard to break through? Was it different doing business?
You know, it's so funny because things are so different today.
Yeah.
And you know, we can all sit. You know, as a female performer, I can sit here and bemoan. I can bemoan how it was, or I can bemoan how it is today with the artists today and the girls today.
Mm-hmm.
You know, rock and roll has always been the same, and my icons and my idols, you know, were always. You know, they were always Joan Jett and Tina Turner.
Oh, nice, nice.
You know, those were always my idols. And besides those two, my idols were all men. And so I look at the young artists coming up today. I don't have any heroes. I can't find any. I can't find any in the young kids. I can't find any.
I really agree with you. Yeah.
You know, I still look at my generation, and you know, we were tough. Because we had to be. We had to be twice as good to be considered half as good.
Wow.
And I'm not bemoaning it. We had to work twice as hard. We just did. So we were hard workers.
Yeah, I feel like you're absolutely right about that because, I mean, back in the day, like, you would have to, like, get a hit on radio, maybe something on Much Music, where, like, now you could just upload to Spotify or throw something on YouTube, and anybody can do that. You know, write music with AI and everything, like... And I agree. Like, you were the hard workers in the trenches doing it, and on the road, which, like, you don't even really see anybody on the road to the extent that they do anymore.
Well, I think there's probably a lot of different reasons for that.
Yeah.
But you can look at the headstones. You can look at our band. You can look at all, you know, our generation of bands. We're still out there slugging it out. We love it.
Of course.
It's all we've known. I mean, you know, you can look at us. It's all I've ever done. I've been on tour since I was 18 years old.
Wow. Yeah.
And it's all I do. I mean, I love it.
You like to travel? You like the travel part of it?
I love it. I love it so much. I love it.
Well,
you know, I think I will be in, you know, motorcycle boots and a mini skirt, singing in a microphone until Tina Turner retired, 80?
Yeah,
I'm there. I'm
sure.
going to do that.
Oh,
you know, why not?
We know you're going to do that. You're going to go until the wheels fall off, that's for
That's
sure.
right. And we all are. I can say the same thing for my guitar player, my drummer. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and I can probably speak for all the bands on the bill that night. You know, all these bands love it. You know, it's in our blood, and we just love it. And Canadian bands are tougher. We just are. We're tougher than other bands in the world because we've had to slug it out in the north. You know,
Yeah.
and we've had to do those cross country tours. We've all done the drives. Most of us did them 4 or 5 times a year. And that's how we grew up, and that's all we know.
It's a
And we
long
love
drive across Canada. I mean, when you're going across the prairies, there's nothing there for a long time.
But there is, and I still break up all my drives in hours. I still do it. It's like, you know, you can just break it up in hours.
Right.
Calgary, you can do Vancouver to Calgary is 12 hours. Calgary to Regina is 8 hours. Regina to Winnipeg, 6 hours. Winnipeg to Thunder Bay, 10 hours. Like, you can just break it up. That's the only way I know how to add it up in my head.
Yeah. Forget about distance. Just go with time, right?
That's right. It's all about driving hours.
So where do you like playing the best, Biff? Out west or in Ontario, or do you have a preference?
I love it all. I have to say I have favorites everywhere, all over the world. And every show is special, and especially now. Honestly, now I find that I love it more than ever, and I never thought that would happen. You know, the song that you played really breaks my heart when I hear it. I love it so much. I recorded it in New Orleans, and it was so special to be able to do that Metallica song. It was so special, and to work with Dave Fortman. on the song was just, for me it was just a really magical recording session, and to do it for Super Beautiful Monster, and then coming off of the heels of that tour to be diagnosed with breast cancer. I mean, I thought I would never make another record. I thought I would never tour. And so slowly to come out of that illness and to kind of fight back, and I had to grow my hair back. I had to recover and go through the first tour back and the first album back. I did an acoustic record. I did the book. It was just like, it seemed like it was like so many years. And a couple years ago, I felt like I was finally back to myself. It took years.
Wow.
And I think people who have cancer in their family, they get it. They're like, man, it's years. It takes so long. And so I finally felt like I was back at fighting speed. And everything from that moment forward became so magical and so precious to me.
Yeah,
and
a
now
big difference.
every concert is nourishing.
Well, that's true. You fought a long time, a long way back to get your career. I don't want to say back on track, because I don't think you ever left. But your fans accept you for whatever happened to you. They're with you. And when you get back on stage, they don't care that maybe you've had a rough time the last couple of years. It's Biff Naked on stage, and that's what they came to see.
Sweet. They're so sweet, and I'm going to tell you guys a secret that nobody knows. And we just decided today, I found out just today, that the Champion record, which is my first studio album in 14 years,
Wow.
is coming out in the middle of June.
Wow, I was going to ask that question because we've been expecting that album for a while now. It's finally
I know.
going to hit.
We have been mastering
Yes.
for the last 2 weeks, and we've been doing remixes. They're doing a secret record called The Secret that's coming out in July for the UK. It's like going to knock your socks. You're not even going to believe it.
I cannot wait for that. Was this?
You're not going to believe it.
Were you guys working on this before COVID, were you not?
Yes, and we have three songs already came out from this record already.
Oh, beautiful.
So Jim,
Yes.
Roller Dome, and Broke Into Your Car are from the Champion album.
Beautiful. We're going to play some of that
And
later
they've
on.
already come out. And the whole album is coming out in June, this month.
We finally get it. Champion has arrived. It's coming out in June, and I'm pumped up and stoked for that. Biff Naked is on the huge. I'm not going to say comeback. I'm always at a loss for words, Pat Porter.
No, she's never been gone.
But new
You're so
material.
sweet.
New material from the band, and this show that I'm super pumped for, Big Shiny Saturday. I mean, you must have some great memories of, like, what was your first video on Much Music? Because that's what this is kind of a takeoff of the Big Shiny Tunes, and you were a huge part of that era, and on the old school cassettes and the old school CDs, Big Shiny Tunes.
I was so lucky. The first video I ever saw of myself in my history was on Much Music when I was getting ready to go on stage at Lee's Palace.
You're kidding
for my
me.
first show at Lee's Palace in 1994, and it was a song called Tell on You.
You're kidding me.
No,
Wow,
and it was the only video I directed myself out of like 35 videos.
That is
They let me
amazing.
direct it myself. It was my first ever video ever.
Yeah.
Now,
And,
when you saw that on television, how did that make you feel?
Oh, I had butterflies in my stomach. I had a tear in my eye. I couldn't believe it. I called my dad from a payphone in Winnipeg.
Payphone, yeah.
Dad, you're not going to believe this. I'm on Much Music, and my dad always said the same thing to me on the phone. You sound like you're on drugs. Get off the phone and get back to university.
Oh, no.
Go to school. You sound like you're on drugs. He told me that every time I talk to you.
Yeah, what
Dad,
year?
I'm on Jay Leno. I'm on the Tonight Show. You sound like you're on drugs.
Oh, no.
That's my dad.
How was it doing the television with some of the big stars like Jay Leno? How'd that go over with you? How'd you enjoy that?
So much. Just a lovely, lovely experience, everyone. But I've never had a bad experience, and I've never met anyone that I didn't like.
Wow. Well, that's saying something. I'm sitting across from Jay Moore, and I can't stand the guy. But I know. we put a pretty good show together anyway, so as long as he's
That's
about 5
nice.
feet away from me, that's fine.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. Oh, it's something. Now, you were playing in Niagara as well at another place that we're familiar with, the Sanctuary.
Yes, beautiful, beautiful venue.
Yeah.
Beautiful
you
venue,
were down
and
there,
that was
weren't
the
you,
book
Jay?
tour. That was the acoustic book
Yeah,
tour.
I went down and it was an acoustic show for the book tour, and then that was an amazing show as well. I love when Biff Naked comes into town. I'm going to go to this show, Pat Porter, in Toronto, because I'm really stoked for it with the Tea Party, Headstones,
Yeah.
I'm Mother, Trouble Charger, and Biff Naked. And you know what's interesting, Pat?
What?
Is Biff, how you were talking about, the Canadian bands and the Canadian musicians are a little bit tougher. And, a lot of performers that we talked to that started in Canada, a lot of them kind of went to the States and say that Canada's too hard to make a break, and they went to the States. But these bands that I'm talking about, still in Canada, still rocking and rolling,
Yeah.
and it's pretty much a Canadian bill right here. And I love that.
Yeah, top notch.
Oh yeah, it's so important, and it's really special.
Yeah, and bands that have been around for decades, Pat Porter, and they're still doing it. That's amazing.
Well,
That's amazing.
talk about the band, the Headstones. Just this morning, I was doing a show with. We were talking about blues. It's coming to Thorold, and one of the guys that's going to be performing at the Blues Battlefield, Blues on the Battlefield, played with the Headstones. And so we were talking about the Headstones just this morning, and you bring it up that they're on your tour, and it's amazing how it ties in like that.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's serendipitous.
I know it is for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, they get around, and they're, again, a phenomenal band. They have one of the best live shows you've ever seen.
Yeah, it's going to be a show now. Now, where is Sobeys Bowl in Toronto? Because we're trying to figure that out for the listeners.
It's one of the newest. It's one of the newest. Live at the Bowl is one of the newest venues. I haven't seen an act there myself, but they have a lot of big names coming there over
Nice.
the summer. This
Yeah.
summer, and I think it's north of yours. You guys are gonna
Okay,
have to.
yeah. Not hard to
Correct.
find.
Mhm.
It's going to be a big one. And I'm sure it's going to be sold out.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
It's going to be nuts. It's going to be nuts. It's rain or shine, and it's going to be absolutely a memory.
Well, some of
for
those rain or
everyone.
shine shows are great no matter what kind of weather it is because
That's right.
the crowd doesn't care. They don't care.
No.
They
That's
want to
right,
see
yeah.
you on stage, and they'll put up with thunderstorms and bolts of lightning coming down near them.
Absolutely, they will, and it's going to be electrifying. You know that.
Yes. As far as I'm concerned, Pat Porter, this is the show of the year for me.
Yeah.
This is not a tour. This is Save This Day, July 6th, because this is when you're going to get all this. This is Big Shiny Saturday. Tea Party, Headstones, I Mother Earth, Trouble Charger, and my personal favorite, Biff Naked.
Oh,
You're
wow.
too kind. Thank you. It's going to be phenomenal.
Yes, and we're looking forward to the new album Champion that's coming out in June, you say?
That's right.
And we're going to keep
June
everybody
15th.
posted on that, Pat Porter.
Yeah,
because,
when that comes out, we want to play some of that stuff
it's
for
been a
you.
long time coming, and we're
Oh,
stoked
that's
for it.
awesome. I would love that, guys. I would love that so much.
Oh, definitely, for sure. And we got another one, Biff. We're going to play this, and then we'll come back in about 3 minutes or so, and we'll talk a little bit more to you before we give you a chance to take a break here and relax for the
Sounds
night.
great.
All
Sounds
right?
great.
How about I Love Myself Today by Biff Naked? You know that one, don't you, Biff?
You better believe it.
Here it is.
You left me like a broken doll in pieces cause I took the fall for you. You don't chomp, you left me free falling like space junk, burning up in the atmosphere of life. Well, I sound like a philosopher, but I'm a fool that's off a rocker cause I let you into my heart that one last time. Dog-headed girl, made up my mind. I'm gonna get up and out and wild. I love myself today, not like yesterday. I'm cool, I'm calm, I'm gonna be okay. I love myself today, not like yesterday. Take another look at me now, cause it's your last look forever. Well, look at you, you're all puffed up in a big red truck, but you're out of luck this time. Well, that's tough, cause I'm on fire, too hot to touch, with a chat room full of lovers on the line. Gonna step right up, spit shine my soul. I'm
song about empowerment, I would say. Essentially Naked, Biff Naked, Spaceman remake. No, that wasn't the Spaceman. That was
No.
Love Myself Today.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right. Get it right, Pat.
Well, it skipped on to the next cut, and so I was looking at that, and I thought, whoops, the wrong cut there.
Well, Spaceman was another big one that Biff did as well, and I don't know, Biff, like, I don't know how many times you've gone over these songs and played these songs. Does it ever wear on you? Does it ever, like, you've written so many songs, does it ever, like, because the crowd really just wants to hear, I shouldn't say they just want to hear, but that's their favorite, that I Love Yourself Today, you know. I Love
Myself.
Yourself Today.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And as a result, it has to be
Yeah.
my finale every night.
Yes.
And I love it. And it's just, you know, I can't help it. Even if I didn't want to play it, I must.
Yeah,
You know,
the crowd wanted
but
it.
I love playing it, and I love to sing it. And you know, even if you're having a bad day and you don't believe it, when you sing it, you feel it.
You absolutely feel it. It's still on the radio. It makes me smile every time I hear it. And I crank that song up. And I remember when we're going back to the warehouse talking about that. That's exactly. You ended it with a finale and just tore the place down, Pat Porter. And it was amazing.
It's so fun.
And the show is so good because you have a lot of talking in between the songs that I've noticed that were very comical to me.
I'm chatty.
Yeah, you're chatty, and you have some interesting stories and some good comedy that I thought was hilarious when I seen you last time at the warehouse, which was just last year. So.
Well, you know what? Like they say, there's a million stories in the naked city, and I absolutely would love to share them all. I don't even know if there's enough time in the show.
One story, Biff, I'd like to get from you about that song, because I was listening to the words of that. You know, men don't often listen to the words as much as women, but the words are empowering, and I love myself today. What went through your mind in the writing process of that?
Well, you know what? Those words and that song was written between me and Desmond Child and Eric Bazillion from the Hooters.
Wow.
And the three of us sat there with a pad of paper and 3 pencils. And each one of us, like all of us talking now and everyone listening to this, all of us have been through heartache. We've been through unrequited love. And we've been through love that has a breakup that is unjust.
Yes.
It makes us feel like there's been an injustice, that we've been wronged. And we've been made to feel lousy. Someone has made us feel lousy. And so to tell ourselves, I love myself today, is not normal. It's not a normal thing that we say to ourselves.
It's something we should say to ourselves.
That's exactly right. And it's the only way sometimes that we can get through heartache where someone has made us feel like, you know, garbage.
Right.
Well, you know.
And sometimes, you know, just like when they used to say to teachers or to parents, if you tell a kid that they're worthless, or you tell them they're stupid, if you tell them that enough times, they're going to believe it.
Mm-hmm.
And the same is true for the opposite. If you tell someone they're worthy, or you tell someone they're lovable enough times, they're going to believe it. So if you're singing, I love myself today, enough times, you're going to believe it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you can't even help it. You sing it and you're smiling.
Well, it's a powerful song as well. I mean, musically, you know, it has a strong driving beat, and
that's right.
You combine that with the lyrics. I love myself today, and what it says about relationships and everything. It says in such a way that you know, like Jay says, you want to hear this over and over again. You don't want.
It's an attitude change.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Kind of song.
Yeah, and it's fun, to sing, and that's why songs like that never get old.
Oh
no, that's a classic all the way to the end, baby. That's
it never gets old. It feels good to sing it, and it feels
so
good to hear
damn good. Yeah, it feels so damn good. It's gonna be great, man, and I know you're gonna be performing that at Sobe Stadium, and like you said earlier, Biff, you're a fan and a friend of all these other bands on the bill, so I know that you being a fan is going to make you perform that much harder when it comes to Toronto and playing with the Tea Party, Headstones, I Mother Earth, Treble Charger, and Biff Naked, and it's going to be unbelievable. Tickets at Ticketmaster, so get them before they sell out, because it's going to sell out, and the show's July 6th. Before that, Pat Porter, in June, the new album's coming out. So that's going to be great, Champion.
We're
That's
gonna-
right.
we're gonna
It'll
get
be
some
out
of that
2
in the
weeks
air.
before. It's going to be so exciting. I can't wait.
I cannot wait. Biff Naked fans all across the world cannot wait. We've been waiting a long time.
Yeah.
New
A
album
long
and
time. I know.
the big show, man. So yeah, you know, just before I let you go, like that new album that you're talking about, Champion, because you worked on it for so long, you must have tweaked it. You know, was there a time to release it back in the day before COVID hit, and then you put a stop to it maybe and tweaked it
Oh,
up even more?
100%. We stopped it so many times.
Okay.
And when we put out Jim was the first single, and we were planning to release it that spring. And of course, the pandemic started to unfold.
Yes.
And then the summer of 2020, you know, there was just, I just felt like it was such an important summer for social justice.
Absolutely.
And for us to stand up for one another.
Yeah.
And there was so much going on in the world. I just didn't feel like it was the right timing for, you know, a Biff Naked record. I
Probably.
just thought there were more important things happening in the world. And I'm glad that I went with my heart. I followed my heart instead.
Well, you're
And,
a real
I didn't-
treasure. You're a real treasure, Biff Naked.
Well, I just didn't follow the pressure of the
Yeah.
industry, and I just thought I have to wait. It's not the right time. And even though that's been really difficult, because unless I'm putting butts in seats, you know, there's I ain't getting a salary. You know,
Yeah,
I
that's
am
right.
an artist, and it's so, you know, it was hard to wait, but it's worth the wait.
Absolutely worth the wait.
And I'm so excited. I can't wait for everyone to hear it. And we've now done so much tweaking. We've written more songs. We've added songs. We've taken songs away. And we've really made this into a very special record. And I just can't wait for you guys to hear it. I can't wait.
Yeah, what's the date that drops, Biff?
June 15th is my birthday.
Oh, nice.
Oh, perfect timing.
That's right.
Yeah, happy birthday. June 15th, a new
That's
album.
right.
All right, we're going to watch for that. When that comes out, we're going to get right on that and
Yeah.
make sure
Oh,
we
yeah,
play that.
just ask Eric. Eric will send you what you need.
Okay.
Oh, unbelievable. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right.
Absolutely, and happy birthday when it drops, Champion. That's going to be unbelievable.
Thanks. Yes, there couldn't be a better present for me.
Us either, man. We're stoked for it. We'll
Yeah.
call you again. We'll promote it. We'll do what we got to do because we
Awesome.
are
Thanks,
Biff Naked
guys.
fans and we love
Yeah,
it.
I'm so excited.
And we're gonna see you July 6th in Toronto at the Bowl at SoBe Stadium.
Sobeys Bowl.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Biff,
Yeah,
thanks
it's gonna rock.
for coming on. I know we've had a lot of people today and through the week telling us they can't wait for the show tonight. So this is going to
Oh,
be a podcast
cool.
tomorrow.
Hi,
yeah.
everybody. Thanks for joining us.
All right. And we'll let you get going, Biff. But again, thanks so
Yeah.
much for taking the
Thank
time.
you so much. You're one of our favorites, Biff,
Yeah.
and we will do it again.
Likewise, my friend.
We love your
Can't wait
stories.
to talk to you guys soon, and I'll see you at the ball.
All right.
July 6th.
Sounds good.
See you at the Bowl, Biff Naked.
All right. Here's
Okay.
here's a Spaceman remix to go out with. Thank you, Biff.
Cool. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Bye, Biff.
Rescue me from